season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. For the young man from Colorado. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Here's Barkley. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Barkley.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now they'll change things up.
Throwing to start the drive. Richard. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. St. Brown motioning left.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
They juked him. Now, it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Nothing fancy there, a little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jatavion Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 11. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense, and they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richard. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Detroit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9.
Off the bootleg. Richard. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ortiz. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Richard. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
40 yards.
And the Lions are once again back in front. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Barkley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they go. Arthur. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. up the middle. Arthur.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's a quick throw to Handler on the edge.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2.
Operating from the gun, Barkley.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ortiz. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with it. Well, that's going to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Right off the bat, That's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Barkley. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. The Panthers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From the 27, Barkley to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
That's another.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 21, here's second and 9. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Palmer. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just toweling over.
They're watching this game. And that's
That's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4.
Off play action. Richard.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Try to find Jordan Addison that time. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Richard able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Again, he'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd down and 1.
Off the play fake. Richard
will try to pick it up himself. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Back to throw. Richard. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught by McMillan. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the first. They'll look to throw now on first down. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
12 more yards. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. You're not liking the look. They'll change the play.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Barkley. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jatavion Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Ooh, the juke. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A final shot before break. Richard throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half.
How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Richard. Slant right, and he's got Addison. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down and 6 now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun.
Richard. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 36.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Lions.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Back to throw. Richard. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
With the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Richard. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Throwing again on second down. Barkley. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Barkley. And he is caught. He's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Arthur. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to throw. Barkley. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Richard. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Richard. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 28. Off play action. Richard. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richard.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Running game working. We'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
33-yard line.
Here's Barkley. That one complete to again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Barkley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Lions first down. A gain of 7. And the Lions first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's back to throw.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 35.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
A give, right side for Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Third and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing line?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Barkley.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the
Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Here's second down. Barkley. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.